Welcome in everybody for game number 5 of our Rebel season. I'm still not sure if this table is correct because I know it was having some issues earlier. I think it might be because I know for a long time it was showing Noctifer with a draw where it was a loss. So maybe it's now been corrected. I know that this part is right. We are the top 2 teams in the Rebel Premier Division for this first phase, as you'll know if you've been watching the Rebel run. It's got a multi-phase structure this season, but phase 1 is this big open Swiss 6 games, and then the top teams go into smaller groups with an improved chance of making playoffs. The higher you finish, the better chance you're going to go into one of those groups that has the best access to playoff tickets. As I've been saying all along, the first target here is just finish in the top 6 if we can, because the top 6 gets us into the groups that have 2 playoff tickets for 4 players. So that's what we're aiming for. And we're in a pretty good position so far. 3 wins and a draw is joint first. The only problem with that is, of course, because it's a Swiss, that means we're playing the other person who has 3 wins and a draw. We haven't played Lordykins yet. With the Vans Warpstone reunion. They have got an Underworld team, which looks like an Underworld team. They did an absolute number on Coke Guys Orcs. If you remember Coke Guys Orcs, that's the one team we've drawn with so far. It's a pretty beefy, scary Orc team, but Lordy's Underworld did absolutely take them to pieces in that game. I saw it. So, we are expecting violence, exclamation mark violence today. And they've got a Rat Ogre with Claw and Block and Stand Firm. Claw only really affects the tree, but still, Rat Ogres I find a really difficult piece sometimes to deal with, as Wood Elves, even more so Black and Sand Firm, because it means they're hard to hit them back. Luckily for us, they are missing their Blitzer with Mighty Blow and Tackle, although it does mean even more inducement cash for things like Morg. I think we're probably going to see Morg. They've got a Gutter Runner with 2 heads and Sidestep and Big Hand, so a classic nightmare Underworld Gutter Runner to deal with. They've got a double movement up thrower, so 2 movement 9 players. I do like this a lot. I mean, I hate it for me playing against it, but I like it as a choice to lean into the movement and make 2 speedy boys. They've got a good elf sacking piece. I mean, this is... No, one of these is chosen. I was going to say they're all random. One of these is chosen, but 2 randoms and 1 chosen. Wrestle, Strip Ball and Tackle is a perfect sacking rat. I might give that 2 heads next if it lives long enough to make it even better. So that's a scary piece for us. They have a dirty player and another dirty player, and Kick. No sneaky git, but I imagine they'll be able to load up on bribes as well because of the huge TV difference. So probably they'll be fine without the sneaky git. This is what our Wood Elves look like. Very similar to what they've looked like for a while, to be honest. They've got the tree, who we're on our never-ending journey to try to get a tree to move in 3. Every time we get close, they die, but we're on 10, so we'll keep trying. The 3 originals, the only players who have made it through from season 1, Elgaday the War Dancer with Mighty Blow, Tackle and Dauntless and Movement Up. War Dancers just are movement 9 on this team. It's just how it is, because Lady G'day is also movement 9 with Frenzy and Juggernaut. We've got Catcher, who just rolled a level. I had saved up all the way for his stat, hoping we'd hit the agility. Didn't hit it, so I just took Sure Feet, so that goes well with the sprint. And we've got 1 level left on this player, and we'll try again for the stat, probably, unless we get to playoffs and decide to just do something else. But yeah, otherwise we'll save for a stat again. It's like 50 SVP we need to roll again, but it's the last level, so we might as well. We have a Blodge Catcher, we have our Leader Thrower, we have our randomed Mighty Blow lineman. I'm going to save for Dodge here next, I think, because this is a fun piece because it was a random, but it does keep dying, and then needing the Apothecary to save it. I thought this has been saved by the Apothecary at least twice already this season, so yeah, Dodge to keep it alive a bit better would be good. We do have another lineman here that could take a level. English breaks fast. Maybe we should since we've got to 6. I think maybe just more wrestle. I don't love wrestle against Underworld because Underworld will just stomp on things that wrestle. But I do like wrestle linemen in general. Or do we start building ourselves a Fowler? Sneaky dirty. I was thinking I wanted to like random a sneaky or a dirty and then go from there. But maybe on 13 players it's time to just build ourselves a Fowler. Maybe it really is. Do you know what? Sod it. It's the meta. Let's have a fouling elf. Let's have a fouling elf. It's time. It's time for a fouling elf. Watches the fouling elf, dies immediately. Welcome. Yes, Dukes. That's why I would like to have movement 3 tree, is just to have the guaranteed stand up as long as they're not dead. Chat, Lordy says hi. Lordy says hi. Oh, we've both got the stupid sexy slam coach. That's how you know that Lordy is a player of culture. Still the best coach after all the mini coaches we've now added. It's still the best one. Stupid sexy slam coach. Alright. So yeah, that's the rosters again. That's us. That is the Vans Warpstone Tour. I am scared about these inducements. 480,000, so that is Morg plus 100 if you wanted to go that way. Morg Bomber Bribe? I could definitely see Morg Bomber Bribe being a thing. It's making me regret adding that last skill. Morg is the first one, Bomber is the second one, and then Bribe 50,000, I would have thought. Go Lordy! How dare you? I shouldn't have added that last skill. That last skill gave them bribe. There's Morg. There's Bomber. And they've won the coin toss. So the choice is with Lordy. Do they want to do violence first? I would if I was them. I would definitely choose violence first. Right, we will pack our one turner and the thrower safely off to the bench. We will put our poor 10 SVP tree on the line, ready to get murdered, along with 2 0 SVPLs. And then the scary part of who goes in this next line to also get punched. It's cool, isn't it? Now, I wouldn't put Bomber on offense, but Lordy might. So we've got to set up in a weird way just in case they do. Just in case they think that's the way to go. Try to make it less good bombs than they would otherwise get. No, not you. Oops. Clicking the right players would be a good place to start. So the best bomb is 3, which I don't like, but because it's not more than that. Hey, good guy Martin, thank you. Hey, Aimlon. Got done in by a Burkhurst as bias rev? No! Oh my god, Morg. I thought I was going to play against Morg last night on tabletop. Last night on tabletop I had my round 1 playoff game in our local tabletop league, and I was playing against Gnomes. Lovely opponent, someone who I remember when I first joined the local tabletop league was like the first person who my first loss when I first joined the local tabletop league was to this same opponent, Henry, and he absolutely like clobbered me. And I'd played like only like really gentle games up to that point with like friends from the local board game club I played, And then like he had like a fouling Chaos Doorfroster and just like took my wood elves to pieces. And I was like, oh, this game's a bit more like brutal than I'd realised. Yeah, last night played him on gnomes. I thought it was going to take more, but he didn't. He took Griff and Rodney Roachbait, who nearly won in the game. So it's a really fun game against gnomes. Rodney Roachbait is not in Blood Bowl 3, but is like a sneaky fun star player who I'd not seen in action before. Has this special rule where they can pick the ball up from 3 squares away on a 3+ once a half, and it made a huge difference on a turnover play. Oh wow, excess 11 fouls, 1 call, they got argued. Oh, that's horrible. I hate to argue the call. I hate it, but it's there, so you have to use it. If it's you who has the chance to use it. Violence is Amon's favourite stringed instrument. Excellent. So it looks like Bomber is staying off for offence. I would have left Bomber off for offence. I think it's better on defence, but you could choose to just put it on and lean into the immediate chaos. Ooh, solid defence. What can we do with that? 6 players. I think we might as well. You're probably not going to. Oh, you're going to frenzy here, aren't you? I've got a Dauntless War Dancer, so there is definitely an option to make that a scary frenzy hit. Double Dauntless. Yeah, you're going to have to go that way if you frenzy that one. I think that seems good. Thank you for the follow, D-Straps. Welcome, welcome. I don't know. Maybe this is asking for trouble putting the war dance this close to the line, but I feel like that was the planned block. Like now you could hit this way with the frenzy. Or if you're planning to hit maybe you're planning to hit the tree with claw. Either way, like now you've got the Mighty Blow Dauntless waiting behind to make it scary. It's a very odd shaped defense, but it was not odd shaped defense to begin with because I was just thinking about Bomber. Well, it's just started, and the tree man might die on turn 1 because we have Morg and a Claw Rat Ogre on the line, so we don't know how the tree man's doing yet. Yeah, I was about 600 TV up in this game against these Underworld, because Underworld are like that. Underworld are gross and cheap and bullies, and don't let anyone, especially Linen, tell you that just because my Wood Elves are 1700 TV that we're the bad guys. Don't let anyone tell you that. That's a removal. Morg starting as he means to go on, taking an elf off the pitch, not dead at least, but Mighty Blow +2, doing Mighty Blow +2 things right away to get a KO. And so now you've got strength 5, strength 6. You need an extra player in here. We'll get you 2 dice on the first hit. But if you don't knock it down, then you will push into red dice. Because I won't stand firm. Is the blitz first on Matey. Setting up a foul, I think. We have the bribe. how many of my opponent's teams I removed last game. It's immaterial, Lennon. It's immaterial. They probably deserved it. Probably. For sushi for breakfast. Hargrim is living the great life. What a way to live, Hargrim. Goes to the ball, picks the ball up. Outrageous. And gets the power. Oh, doesn't go for the tree. Okay, just goes for the lineman here. Gets the power or the both down. They can take you because they've got block. Takes the both down, so not to go onto the orders there. But Leap Sang Sushang is okay. Still have the foul here or here. I guess that seems easier and more assists. Come on, ref. Ref. Oh, we love a ref who's awake in the morning. Double ones of lucky. Argues the call. Does not argue the call. Do they put the bribe in? Or do they want to keep it for Bomber later? Rough one. They do put the bribe in. Okay, so the bribe's gone. So the bribe at least was not a big factor. So we've got a 1 dice on the rat ogre right now. But if we hit that, we can make it into a 2 dice. So I think that's what we want to do. So first, I'm going to hit you with Mighty Bow. Make that a 3 dice. Good job, Argado. Nice, very nice start to punch the Underworld back. Is it worth pushing forward here? The thing is with these, that they're both movement 9, they can just run away from us. I think it's probably better just to come back for now. Keep the war dancers somewhere safe-ish. Emphasis on the ish. Okay, no knockdown here, but they do have to sidestep off the tree. Oh, I need to actually click it. It's not automatic, I need to actually click the button. Collie! Morning, Collie. Morning, Babona. Do you know, I've been thinking all about, like, hitting the rat ogre. Why am I not hitting the tree? Hitting the tree, hitting Morg. Why are we not hitting Morg? Morg is much more exciting to hit. The problem is now, because I've done it this way, I'd have to risk exposing a war dancer. But I think that's worth it, because it's hitting Morg. Dead Morg? Please? Not dead, diced. Just to get out. Because what we also don't want is that to then free up Morg too easily. I think at that point you might as well go in there. Exactly, can't Apo Morg, but would we have broken armour on the rat ogre? It's lower armour. No, we wouldn't if we were thick, so I think that was the right choice. It gives Morg fewer options for where to blitz, which is definitely good for us. Morg not blitzing is good news for us. Yeah, Morg's just standing up. Any turn we're not being hit by the Mighty Bow +2, I'm going to call at least a small victory. And the other thing is that Morg didn't have the sand firm there, right? So, like, well, this is more likely to die if we get a POW. This, at least we could have pushed it off or something. I am not happy that I've left a forward answer and this one both available to be hit. That wasn't the plan, but at least it's not this forward answer. This forward answer feels like the most important one in this game. Because there's a lot of dodge running around, so Mighty Blow tackle is important. Interesting that there was a snotling on for this drive. Oh, they're keeping the kick safe, that's why. Okay, so the blitz is just on the catcher, which I guess is to give the rat ogre a better blitz. Doesn't get the knockdown, which is nice. So, maximum of 1 knockdown from this turn has improved the situation here. Although now you've got to base these. I think we're just going to end up hitting a lineman with the, or the catcher. We're going to end up hitting an elf, not the tree here, I think. Which is great because it means the tree stays up and gets another hit. Because at the moment this is strength 5. Yeah, it goes into the catcher, gets 2 dice. I have blocks, they've taken the push. No power, but they will get more hits. So yeah, the tree's doing good work here at the moment. The tree is keeping both of their 2 big guys occupied, which is definitely good. And the catcher is doing a good job as well by not falling over. Okay. Pretty lucky turn. So once again we're going to have the choice on the tree to either hit Morg or the rat ogre. Or do neither, dodge everyone off. Problem is if you do that, the tree will go down next turn. Like the tree's not strong enough to hold these 2 without help. Oh, coming in for the foul. Not good foul so far. Good for us. Didn't foul with a dirty player. Wouldn't have mattered, but guess they wanted that to get round. Okay, so they've left the 3 dice on here, which we will take. I think you're just standing up. It's a strength 2. I'm probably going to hit this, so. Good pow. I wonder if they just forgot that one. No armor break. If we did hit Morg, then we could blitz the rat ogre. Problem is, that is a risk of the hit on Morg going wrong. Can 1 dice here. Could blitz here and then 2 dice it. Could also blitz here. Could come around the back and blitz gutter runners, because blitzing gutter runners is good. Don't hate that at all. Really don't hate that at all. Blitz gutter runners. Most important player on the Underworld team, for sure. Take the value. Get the knockdown with tackle. Do we follow up onto the ball carrier? If we do, we need to bring a support, but we can do that. Ah, no arm break. Is this a dicing? Might be able to foul it with our sneaky get. Might. I think we're taking that hit this turn. Love it. Love it. Let's get an armor break. We've done 2 hit knockdowns without armor break, so time for our armor break. It's time. Why are we not breaking armor? Why are they not going squish? So we've got 1 dice here if we bring in an assist, which we might do. A foul on a gutter runner or a foul on a rat ogre. Probably the gutter runner. Are we just leaning all the way into this? I feel like we are. Bit rowdy, but sometimes we get rowdy. Great turn for knockdowns, a bit of a disappointing turn for armor breaks because we have knocked down a lot of low armor pieces and not broken any armor at all. But beggars and choosers, there are a lot of Underworld on the floor. This is definitely an uncomfortable turn for them. It is pretty easy for
I will drink their
Morg
tea.
to get the hit on the tree.
I always want a cup of tea.
Yeah, disappointing lack of blood. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. We had a mighty blow on the gutter runner, it's AV8. We had a regular hit on AV6+. We had a mighty blow hit on AV9+, and then we had a regular hit on AV8+ again. It's a lot of hits on low armor, and a foul with 1 assist, so we definitely tried to break armor and cause some blood. We definitely tried. The nice thing about the Rat Ogre being down now is if it doesn't blitz, it's a 4+ stand-up. So, in a way, that's another advantage to knocking it down over Morg. I've got this horrible, ominous feeling that because we didn't break any armor that turn, they're going to break all of our armor this turn. Like, we definitely low rolled on the armor. Oh, it was a 6+, rolled a 2, a 4. 8+, rolled a 3. 9+, rolled a 5. 8+, rolled a 3. So, I just have that feeling that that's how the dice lock's going to shake it out. Be like, okay, done some low numbers, time for some high numbers. Which isn't really how dice is supposed to work, but it's how I still tell myself they're going to work. Okay, so Roger doesn't get up. And they decided not to feed it. So at least effectively that was the same as a stun. Hope it's all going well with the full house. Bubble Nut all goes for a dodge to start things off. On the Goblin. Fails. Wow, there were not high numbers to come with, only more low numbers. That's super unlucky for Lordy. Super, super good for us because the ball is based. So yes, it's an opportunity here for sure. Let's go straight in with the mighty blow hit. Which does not yield the knockdown. We will accept the push because we can get more hits on that later. That's a 2 dice. Not a knockdown. Shit there. Now we've got this one free to come through. Bring you back here so we can go 2 dice into 2 dice. Okay. And then mighty blow on the ball carrier. Is this worth a knockdown? A reroll? I think it is, right? Oh man, 6 dice on the ball carrier, no knockdown. Well, bad dice for everyone, I guess. But that is frustrating. For sure. For sure that is frustrating, because now we are down to our last reroll, and that ball is not on the floor. We roll pals in all the wrong places that turn. That was a terribly disappointing turn. So much potential, unrealised. 6 dice on the ball. Blah. And now they can even free up the Ratto again. Ugh, this feels like it's about to unravel on us. Oh, they did not use the Morg to free up the Ratto. Okay, so we're going to hit a Snotling. Gets us a Kaz. I'll take it. Every removal's a good removal. Even Snotlings. Yeah, I thought you use Morg to free up the Ratto again, and then you potentially have run the Ratto somewhere to be annoying with the tail. We do have an extra reroll on the bench in the leader, so that sometimes makes me spend my rerolls more aggressively than I otherwise would. So we are our wrestle lineman. We have one wrestle lineman at MNG. It feels like we need that wrestle on this ball carrier, doesn't it? Oh no, there's a kid who won't get another invite. Hasn't heard the word no in there. Don't think he's heard the word no in her life. Okay, so Morg does take the hit. Makes sense. On the tree, gets the knockdown. Mighty Bow +2. MNG's the tree. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad to lose that for the game. That is supposed to be doing a job of exactly that, being in their way. So, not a good one to lose, but at least not dead. Tree will be back for the main playoffs. That is a wrestle down on my board answer. They still have their blitz. They need to blitz to free this up somehow. Don't know if it's going to involve just standing up the gutter runner. We've got this that can dodge with dodge. The gutter runner can just go. Yeah, okay. Okay, making space to come this way. Still a little unclear on how this gets out. Just a one dice? Okay, goes to the one dice but it's out. Not a power, but that's okay. You can dodge backwards. Or forwards. Does put the reroll in for another push. Power would have been easier, obviously, like that saves you the dodge, but you can still do this and dodge out backwards. As they do. And rush. Okay. I'm not a fan of this, but I think I might be doing... Oh no, that's no way first. Oh, okay, so let's hit that first then. That's not great. Oh well, that's what we got. That's what we got. Alright. It's important to know what we're doing there. So that's going to go down there. So now this can hit the ball again. It's not going to be a great push direction, unfortunately. Let's base you. And yeah, you being wrestled down actually is a shame because otherwise we could have hit from that direction. Someone's got a stage like on these two, which is what you're doing at the moment. I guess that's okay. It might be recovery. So let's do this next and see if we actually get knocked down, because at the moment we haven't been good at getting knocked down, so we may well not. Do get the knockdown at last. That's good. And the armor break and the KO, that's all great. Not a bad scatter. If we do that, we've got to rush to get away from those a little bit, but I think probably we do, because if not, this is harder. Okay, didn't have to spend the reroll there, is great. What I might do actually is put you on you, so you've got to dodge. Pull you back to here. And just bring you around. That's not a screen. That can just be hit. Why did I think that was a screen? That's not a screen. That's not my player. Oh well. This can just be hit. I needed to rush again. Oops. Big oops. Oh well. Oh well. At least we've taken another of their players off. So, yeah. They're not in a great position, right? Like, oh, we could have taken this hit at the end of the turn. Probably should have done. Like, they've got a lot of work to do here, put it that way. But yeah, that could have been one more rush in a position where it's not easy for these two to blitz it, whereas as it is, that's just a 2 dice into 2 dice on it for free. That wasn't very clever. Not very clever. I was not. Hang on. Whoa. Hang on. How has Linen's narrative taken hold in chat? I'm not the baddie here. Underworld is the baddie. We're sweet, delightful elves that are charming and everyone loves. Don't let this tree being evil narrative take root. Okay, so not Morg. It's just got to be the Rat Ogre, hasn't it? Gives you 4 dice, yeah. Instant pals. Oh, I'm such an idiot. That could have been in a safer square. And now Gutter Runner will go get it very easily. Okay, at least not dead. KO'd. Oh, that was so dumb. That was so avoidable. And now our tackle's off, which means it's going to be really hard to knock down. I think I've just thrown the drive. Like, that's really hard for us to get down now. No tackle, no wrestle. Oh, I'm so dumb. It was literally just 1 rush away, and that was fine. It's like completely my fault. Like, I can't blame anyone or anything. It's just me being an idiot. It's the worst kind of failure. One that's completely my fault. Fair play to Lordy taking advantage there. I was so annoyed with myself. I was just a rush away from being safe. Alright, trying to dodge this goblin. Goblin dodges have been bad so far. Alright. Well, long game. Lots of game left to go, so if we don't stop this drive, we don't stop it. We do take this mighty blow hit. And hopefully murder. Okay, it's not nothing. We have got movement 9 here. Which actually is not really enough. I have to do rushes before we get a hit, which I don't want to do unless we cut the corner. Is that what we do the... I don't think this is the turn to go crazy. So maybe we're just hitting the goblin or hitting here to help our catcher. Because if we do this and lose it, then that's obviously worse, right? Two to two on there. Should have brought this up first. Oh, there's the double powers we wanted for hitting the gutter runner. Then back to here. Make a 1 dice on that, it's probably not worth it. I don't know. Maybe that was the wrong path that turn. Maybe I should have just gone for the ball again. I just can't believe I gave them that hit on the ball. That was so avoidable. One more rush and they didn't have that hit on the ball. Very, very silly. Very, very silly by me. We got ourselves into a good position and then we gave it back. It sounds like I'm doing a U. Oh my god. Trust Blood Bowl not to fall for the propaganda. Obvious propaganda from Linen that Wood Elves are the bad guys. Exactly the sort of propaganda Blood Bowl not would fall for. As a filthy banger. Oh my god, fires is part of it as well. What is this filth? Filth everywhere. Throw the blitz. Okay. Would have been a Kaz if it was Morg, so I guess I should be pleased. Would have been a Kaz for Morg. Maybe I had to go for the ball last turn. I think it's not going to be easier from here, to be honest. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're not having Underworld become the good guys on this stream. If there is one thing that we should all be able to agree in life, it's that Underworld are the villains. Alright, if there's two things we should be able to agree in life, it's that Linen is a villain and that Underworld are also villains. Both of those things should be beyond debate. Good armor break. That definitely helps for next turn. Make sure you are safe from being mobbed. Well, not ideal, but can't reroll it. Another armor break. So they haven't got a lot of players here to protect the ball for next turn. That's good. They might have to score here. Well, no one ever has to, but they might want to think about it depending on where they think they can put this ball to be safe. Exactly. None of you can make Underworld be the good things. Collie says it, Tokamata says it. I have to say, if there is a not villainous Underworld coach out there, Lordy is the classic. He was into them before they were cool, because he played Underworld in Blood Bowl 2 Rebel and used to take them to finals. Maybe not finals, but definitely did really well with them. So yeah, if anyone's allowed to play Underworld and not feel like a villain, it is Lordy, who was on the Underworld bandwagon before they became the new Underworld. So, and Lordy does make Linen roll hilarious skulls. Lordy baits Linen into doing hilarious things. So Lordy might not be a villain, I'm not sure. Okay, gets the touchdown, but it was turn 7, so at least we have 2 turns to try to score back. Can we all just appreciate that when Underworld were OP, he was a perfect gentleman and lost a lot. Now that their nerfed tree is bullying them. How am I bullying them? They're literally beating me. It's literally 1-0 to the Underworld. How am I the bully here? And they even hacked my KO roll, so I didn't get any of my players back. Absolutely Blood Bowl Nut, but the keyword there is was, because this is a redemption arc. You know, all the great stories have a redemption arc, and could there be a better redemption arc than MisspelledTree, who was misguided and briefly misunderstood the situation and didn't understand that actually Underworld were the bad guys, played them for a tiny bit, and then stopped. That is a lie. Mostly I'm just memeing, but it is a lie that I only stopped them when they were nerfed. I stopped them before they were nerfed. That is a lie. That I will defend myself on. I stopped them way before they got nerfed. Am I winning? No, I am losing 1-0. And I'm being bullied by chat, which is even worse. I thought chat were my friends. I thought everyone here was here to support me and just wanted to see good Blood Bowl and believed in the power of friendship. But no, it's not like that. Chat is here to be mean. Chat is here to attack. Chat is here to monster me and enact cruelty. I thought this stream was a supportive space. And then Linen showed up and made it into something else. It all starts with Linen. Okay, but that was completely different, Blood Bowl Nut. Because it was probe goblin and therefore correct and good. Like we have to go this way through that goblin. And I really want to take all the hits, but I can't. Because I need to prioritize scoring or something. Something boring like that. It's not easy to turn this. Not with the sized up on the line and the rat ogre and morg and the rackle. I actually cannot believe what's going on right now. Attacked by all of you monsters and bullies. Oh, so that's very bad. That's very bad, and we've been a bit of an idiot putting these on the line. This is probably not going to happen. It's a bad kick for us because it could scatter into tackle zones. And that's a very bad kick-off event for us because we've committed to onside. Problems here. Big problems. I was an idiot again here though. Like, these should have been 1 square back. Putting those on the line. It's not worth it. Not for that 1 square. So I am being punished for my mistakes, to be fair. Like, in this game. I'm being a bit unlucky, but I am being punished for things I'm doing wrong. There's a very significant chance we scatter into the disaster square here. Evil never pays. How dare you? How dare all of you? I was going to say, could they score again? But no, not unless... That has to go on the line for them to score again. Oh no, because Morg could throw a teammate. So yeah, there is a world here where we go 2-0 down. There is a world. It's not super likely, but it's possible. Because Morg can throw a goblin and score that way. Yeah, you can't have 3 in the wide zone. That is cheating. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, we didn't get the disaster scatter at least. That's something. So I think we probably have to start with dodging this, hitting there, and then we still try and go around this, even though it's really far to go now. I think that's still the play. They can't score. Well, they could, but only with a very unlikely play with more being out here. So... Good. Good. Very good. Pop you there. We're going to get swamped here, which is not ideal, but the situation is what it is. We want to get the ball to you and then get you in here and do what we can from there. That at least gets us a second scoring threat. I think we do need the ball to get there before we move anything else. So let's declare pass. Okay, thought that was going to be a snake, but it wasn't. That's good. Get you in there. That's something. Then that closes the back at least a bit. Really like to do a rush though, and that ends another scoring threat. Okay. Improving. Get this in front, ideally. Good. I actually think I want to re-tag Morg because I don't want him running free. Do I want it enough to reroll in? Do I save them both for the last turn? What's going to happen here? You're going to crash the cage. You're going to swamp the cage with sidestep, and then that's all going to happen anyway. You save the reroll. Oh dear. Well, now I wish I'd rerolled. Now I wish I'd rerolled. Not great. But we have a chance. We're not impossible to score from here, so that's something. We have 5 scoring threats. It's just not great that they're all in a very tight, squidged up box.
I'm looking forward to these next few matches.
Sometimes it's the right thing to do because we needed this player out in front, but also we would have liked Morg tagged. And this is what I thought would happen after we tagged Morg, but the problem is this way, we've got the worst of both worlds because that died and we didn't tag Morg. So, shush. That's what I'm saying. Shush. What's also sad is I almost gave this player leap because I tried rolling for a stat on catcher last level and I was torn between taking a leap or sure feet if I missed. Because leap is nice for the one turn because they backline, it means you can just do 3 plus half over. But I thought, let's save the agility because that kind of does the same thing better. One more time and then we'll take leap last if we need to. But leap in this turn is almost certainly going to be a skill we wish we had because they're going to make a screen around us. And then leap will be a skill that would have helped get us out. Very possibly. Power on a reroll has an extra chance of injury and fail dodge without a reroll has a higher chance. See, normally what I find to do in is that I fail those when I do use the reroll is when I get injured. When I'm like, oh, I'm not sure if I should reroll this dodge. Okay, I'll reroll it to keep the player safe. Then I snake it and that's when I get injured. That's normally how it happens. Are we going for the sack here? We have got 2 heads. Could come in around the top for the sack. Not getting the rogue a hit because they rolled a 1. Didn't give them a friend. Are getting that hit. Thank you for the follow just now, JSB. We are definitely running short of elves here. Big KO rolls for next drive, whatever happens. Yeah, we're coming for the ball, aren't we? Fails dodge. Makes dodge. Rolls a skull, still has a reroll. Rolls a skull. Okay, that's very nice for us, isn't it? Didn't die is a bit sad, but beggars and chooses. Oh, this is an interesting one. Like, obviously, like that's good. But the problem is that if we hit this and don't pow it, then it's still in our way. I guess we can put it to the ball carrier, so yeah, that's fine. We do power it, so that's great. Hit the mighty bow. Pretty sure there's a world where we could surf more here because it's on frenzy, but I think it might require red dice, and we're not doing that. We are definitely not doing the red dice attempt to surf Morg. No rush is needed to score. We've got a reroll, so we will take this 2 dice with block. Oh, or even that 3 dice. No, because then it could go onto the ball and I don't want that, so 2 dice it is. Nice pow. And a very relieved touchdown. Very, very relieved. Woo, that was stressful. Now, KOs are going to affect how we approach this next drive a lot. What? Wait, hang on. What's happening? Rumbad with the 5 gift sub bomb. Holy cow. Rumbad. Thank you so much. Fuck, misclick. Shit, that's a bad misclick. That's a bad misclick into 5 gift subs. Thank you, Rumbad. And welcome to the Weirdos. Tim, Tactical Nuclear Penguin, Garadian, Friggin' Niblet, and Xanax. Massive thank you to Rumbad for the 5 sub gift bomb. Felt guilty about stealing our casino numbers. Well, so he should. However, I've been talking to Runbad and I've got some great news for everybody. I've got some great news. Runbad has guaranteed me, he said, absolutely, definitely, and no takebacks. Runbad's going to spend some of those winnings from his gambling success to come to England later this year. It's 100%. And he's going to come to Chicken Bowl, and he's going to come to the Brighton Piers tournament, and it's going to be great. And we're all going to see Rumbad in England. So that's a guarantee. He said it. He said, no takebacks. Definitely coming to England. Oh yeah, he said he didn't take us off for dinner as well. He did say that. That's what he said. That's how I remember it anyway. Jokes aside, thank you again for the gifts, subs, Rumba. That's very kind. And congratulations on your casino, for your casino win as well. So this drive, we have the joy that is Bomber Dribblesnot, who is hiding in the middle. We did get some KOs back, but we did not get the Tackle Mighty Bow back. So sadly, our number one Bomber Dribblesnot hunter is not participating. We have 10 players. I'm pretty tempted here to consider the quick score, because I think I don't need to win this game at this stage of the competition. I think a draw would be fine. And going 2-1 up and getting Bomber off would still give us a chance to try to win it, but would just reduce the chance of losing it. So I'm pretty tempted to look at that as an option here. Obviously easier said than done, even quick scoring against Bomber. Bomber is there. Bomber is a little nightmare. He's going to do things super interesting as well. Like, if you guys remember, we played against Bomber in the final of Rebel playoffs, and I blitzed Bomber on turn 1. I don't know if Lordy saw that or not, but Lordy has definitely set up to deny the turn 1 blitz on Bomber, because we have got movement on War Dance, so you can get around and do that. This setup is very geared to you may not just run through and blitz Bomber, which is definitely not a bad choice to like make that hard. So thank you, Torquemada. Thank you. We're playing against Morg Bomber, and people are trying to say that I'm the bad guy. It's outrageous. How dare they? Like, there is one bad guy here, and it is Lordy. That's not true. There's several bad guys here. One of them is Lordy. Another one is Linen. Another one is Bloodborne Nut. Another one is Phage as well, because Phage microwave tea. So there's a lot of bad guys, they're just not me. Mighty Blow with the cheeky removal. Love to see it. The officious ref, in case anyone missed it, stuns the gutter runner. I was hoping for a second it could have stunned Bomber for us, but never lucky. Never lucky. So that didn't happen. So we're going to have scoring threats on both sides, because that's how we want to do this, to make things so that Bomber can't take out all of our scoring threats. It's quite a tough kick for us. That's no good. Okay. Get those 3 skulls out of the dice log. Oh wow. We rolled 3 skulls and 2 1s in 6 dice there. Skull, skull, skull push, 1 1. Well, that's not great. That ball is very on the floor. Underworld could score this turn, actually. If Morg lobs a goblin, they could just score. It turns out the gutter runner being stunned might actually be relevant because that could have stolen the ball here as well. Interesting. Interesting. No, hang on, Astrominus. I'm the hero the world needs. Unlike all of the evil people I just mentioned. I think we're blitzing the wall dancer because otherwise we're saying surf this goblin. So it seems likely we're planning to, I reckon, rat ogre onto the wall dancer. They haven't thrown this goblin here, which means they aren't going for the touchdown this turn, which they could have done, but would have required some good dice for sure. Like, requires you to throw the goblin, land the goblin, get it to the end zone, and probably have someone else come and throw it, actually, because... Which you could do, because your throw is really fast. I think I might have gone for it, but it is a rowdy play for sure. I don't think there's been any news about Chicken Bowl tickets yet, Itchy. There's been a lot of... I'm pretty sure Andy confirmed the date on stream, which is 2 weeks after UKTC. But I don't think he's actually put the tickets out. Oh, we're using Morg, not the Rat Ogre. Okay, 3 dice. Gets the POW, gets the roll, plus 2 armor, so that is a dead ward answer. What happens here? Thrower gets the ball. We can still recover for it. I think I can't upper that. Like, in the end, if we lose this game, we lose this game. It's only like it's not the end of the season. And if I appo that and it gets killed, that's pretty bad. So movement 9 thrower gets this. Does it throw it or does it just hold it? Just holds it. Hasn't selected pass, so we're keeping it here. There's a rush. And snakes it. Wow, snakes for everyone. Okay. Alright. Well, that gives us some chances. Although I think we're going to have to risk an intercept here. The options are either going to be lob it all the way over here, which is a hard throw, or risk the 6+ intercept on a goblin. Could throw it here, but it'll still be an intercept chance. So I reckon you're running in this direction just to be here. You're blitzing to make this not least. How is good. Don't think it makes any difference the intercept odds. I think it will always just be a 6+. Bring you back over. Hang on, we don't have to throw this pass. We could just not this turn. I've been so fixated on scoring quickly. There is an option just to not do that. Just taking me longer than it should have done to realise. Because that pass is going to be a 4+ as well. Let's click pass just to look at it. Oh my god, another one. So if we want to pass it, it's a 2+ rush and a 3+. If I stay here, could get served. We're going to have to do a rush either way. Because of goblins. I'm still so tempted to go for this. I think it's probably a mistake, but I just want to do it. I just want to do it. Pass is accurate. Catch fails. Not another snake. Let's get Bomber off the pitch before Bomber gets to throw a bomb at us. That's the plan. Alright. Bomber hasn't thrown a bomb yet. Let's see if they can argue the call or if we can get rid of Bomber. And at least this way there's a chance we might get war dancers back.
So, none of the knockout players seem
They won't roll the KOs until after the Bomber roll, so we don't know if those are out or not. Doesn't succeed in the argue the call, that's good. And we get the Mighty Bow back. Okay, we're on 10. I'm okay with this. Like, I think like a draw is fine for us here, so like obviously I'm still gonna play for the win, but I think getting that 2-1 up and making it so like it's the old Crystal Hunter draw plus situation, I think is the way to go here. I think because yeah, we can still play for a win here, but it just means that we are not risking the loss. As long as it's 1-1, if we mess up, they can take the ball and just win. So I think it was the right way to go. I mean, it was rowdy. Like, we could have failed those things, so maybe it was risky, but like I think the plan to go 2-1 up quickly and get rid of Bomber was the right way to go. In my personal opinion, which has never been wrong, obviously. Never ever wrong. Alright. They can't send off Bomber, he hasn't even thrown a bomb. Well, they have sent off Bomber, and we're grateful for it. We are grateful for it. And because Lordy emoted us, we're going to emote back with the best emote. No, stop all this. Stop all this Underworld sympathising. It's wrong. It's incorrect to sympathise with the Underworld. Some things just aren't right, and one of them is sympathising with Underworld. Toxic emoting is the best. Well, if we ever actually spin into each other, Collie, I will toxic emote you so hard. Do you remember when we tried to spin into each other in the halving event because no one was playing it and we missed? That was tragic. That was tragic. Deep kick. And changing weather makes it even deeper kick. I don't know who that's good for. We're both on 2 rerolls because we both rolled some bad dice that last drive. That was a crazy drive, like snake into snake into rowdy quick pass for the touchdown. Gonna get some 3 dice hits on elves here. I was so sad as well. We had a great plan. Oh, that was a mistake by me. Yep, just left that on. Sloppy by me. Not punished because I am a lacquer. It should have been the other way around. There's definitely some mistakes from me in this game. So, couldn't complain if we do lose. I think it's unlikely now that Lordy will play for the win. I think Lordy will play for the draw as well, but I could be wrong. Kind of depends how many elves they murderize. If they murderize enough elves, they could still play for the win. Roger is going to murderize a teammate first. Yep, or just KO, that's fine. So 10 plays 10 right now. They'll still take the hit though. Yeah, 10 plays 10. So actually the murder has gone in my direction for now on this drive. And people say passing is dead. Who says that? Don't listen to them. Passing is the best. you should pass with every team, including lizards. Do you know what you shouldn't do with lizards? You shouldn't take 3 dice blocks when it's time to score. That's what you shouldn't do. Imagine taking 3 dice blocks when you could just score a touchdown to win the game. Who would do that? Was that too mean? I think I'm leaning back into being the villain here. With no rerolls. Poor Linen. Wait, I didn't mean that. You didn't hear me say that. I didn't mean it. That was a typo. That was like a verbal typo when I said poor Linen. Hitting skink with mighty bow is skink. Hitting snotling with mighty bow is tempting. Hitting this with mighty bow is tempting. Hitting this with mighty bow is tempting. They're all tempting. I'm assuming what Collie said was actually like a message for Lennon. She didn't say specifically, but I think she meant the Lennon sounding very villainy. I think that's what she meant. I'm pretty sure that was the intention. Didn't even die. No, it's me. I'm all for putting streamers, but given trees on the goblin side, is sound on the goblin question and Bob on it is the wrong end, gonna have to side with tree. I mean, listen, genuinely, I think, like, of all the things that make me feel most confident I am in the right, it is that I am pro-goblin and Blood Bowl Nut is anti-goblin. Like, who's anti-goblin? Like, what sort of monster is against the sweet little guys? Like, frankly, it's the one conflicting part about Underworld, is that they have sweet little goblins on their team. Like, everyone should love goblins. So, like, how can you, like, ever feel like you're on the side of good if you're cheering against goblins? Goblins are the most good guys. Yeah, but Astronomers, it's because they've teamed up with bad guys. Like, gutter runners, nobody should ever question that gutter runners are bad guys. Gutter runners are definitely bad guys. Like, nobody doubts that. So, like, that's different. But goblins, sweet little babies. So, alright, where are they going? I'm guessing Morg is blitzing here. That seems like a logical Morg blitz, doesn't it? Because you've put an assist in to make it 3 dice, and it's a good piece of blitz. Oh, pushes for Morg. Is there anything better in Blood Bowl than watching Morg not roll a pow? It's such a good feeling when it happens. Still get powered, but at least not with a mighty bow. Hopefully that will matter. It did matter. Yeah, Morg rolling triple skulls is the one. When that happens, that is truly magical. It's not turn 16 yet. We are still going. Turn 11. Rebel games do take a bit longer because they've got the, well, not all Rebel games, but Rebel Big O, because of the lag for Aussie coaches, has got 4-minute turns on. You know this, says Epsar. You're in Rebel. It does make it slightly longer games. Okay. So there's an option to go for the ball because we're playing Wood Elves, and there's almost always an option to go for the ball. What does that look like exactly? Or we could just do it with you, but you don't have sure feet, and we are low on rerolls. Don't need sure feet to get you around there. Use dodge. And then we don't need to do any clever leaps, so we can just do that. One dodge, one rush. I think it's worth it. This ball carrier has been very good at not getting knocked over. Is it reroll time? Still quite a lot of game left. We don't have amazing recovery. I think we just push it and feel sad because we wanted to punch it and have it fall over. Just gonna put you back here, I think. What's going on over here? I'm not sure. That Ratto is a good square, isn't it? We can punch it though. Should we just ignore the ball now and punch the Ratto go? Give Morg someone to hit so he's not hitting the War Dancer. Stand that up because those are lower strength. Stand you up. For some reason that was being weird. Well, that's not good. Okay. Punished for trying to fight the Roger. Movement 9 War Dancers are filth. Like, I can't even pretend on that. Movement 9 War Dancers are filthy. It's nice having 2 of them. That ball carrier has been very good at not getting knocked down. That ball carrier has taken quite a few dice that haven't been knocked down in the 2 halves. Yeah, that's sensible bits. Gets the power. Maybe I shouldn't have left it based. Maybe I should have just pushed it off and stayed away. Okay, not dead. I feel like this has been a game for both of us actually, the dice saying no quite a lot. Like, oh wow, for a second there I thought he was just about to rush in. I thought that was just playing for the win, but no. Just getting as far as you can, which is sensible. Because that is out of range even of elves over there. And then you can take the rest of your punches to your heart's content. But yeah, I feel like there's been quite a lot of like failure on both sides. Like we both rolled bad snakes in that last drive. There's been a few ones on the Rat Ogre. Yeah, I don't know, it just feels like it's been like both of us have, like some games both teams succeed everything, some teams like one team succeeds, the other one fails. This one just feels like we both failed a lot. Maybe I'm misimagining that, but like Lordie's dodges have been really bad. Like Lordie's had a lot of failed goblin, like 3 cutters and stuff. And then he had the failed like 1 dice on the ball where it was skull into skull. So yeah. Lordy's definitely failed a bunch. And we failed those hits on the ball. There goes the throw. Safe.
Forehands are already knocking habits, Bob.
Makes that a 3 dice. Sad no more push noises. Don't die, please, matey. We're going to be very low on owls after this. Yep, matey dies. This is a draw now. I don't think we're going to be able to pressure this game. Not effectively. I think maybe if we wanted it, we had to reroll it on the board, just because I think that was our chance we were going to get. Because it's a race against the removals playing into Underworld. In the first half, the combination of the solid defense did really good things for us in the first half. So the solid defense and then the tree doing good work for a while helped reduce the removals early. But yeah, like this is a big part of it against Underworld with elves, is just a race against removals. Hey, Waylock.
Push back. Not over.
Uphill it with the Noblar, you coward. Oh, fouling off, beautiful. Nice, oh well, safe. Safe. And they are caught. No, they argued the goal. Oh well. Yeah, like I said, I think this is a draw. I think this is a draw from here. But we'll punch some stuff, see what happens.
Can't argue with that.
Nothing happens. I don't really want to bring you forward. I think I'm just sorry, but this is like a long season. I'm just running that away and keeping it safe. I'll bring that forward. I'll dodge. Really don't want to dodge this because it's a free 2 dice, but I do quite want to not let them have 3 dice and more on the war dancer. I really want them to not have 3 dice and more on the war dancer. Oh, we snaked it. Okay, so it's 3 dice with more on the war dancer. That's exactly what I was talking about before. Like, those are the ones that, like, I feel like always happen. Like, the one where it's like a reroll that you don't need, but you want. Like, it's always a snake and it's always an outbreak.
Read the android's memory.
Because you think to yourself afterwards, I could have just not spent the reroll.
Boobies.
But, like I said, a game of lots of failures all around. So yeah, I mean, that's definitely the end of the game. Because now you 3 dice that war dancer and I can't threaten the ball anymore. And the only thing then is, could they play for a win with us down to 1 reroll? And they could, but I feel like it's still risky, right? Because a lot of our removals are KOs, and they could just come back and we're what else? But they might play for the win if they cast that war dancer.
I don't understand. I know. You just want me to set you up so you can shout, "New balls, please."
That's so annoying. I had 1 goal there, which is just like, don't let the war dancer get punched. And we snaked it. Oh well. Good morning, Raya. They are the bullies. They've always been the bullies usually. Okay, they're not going for the win, so it's fine. It's probably not what the fans want, playing out a draw. But I think it's pretty sensible from Lordy, and I'm okay with it. That's why I went for the quick score, because I was like, from the quick score, I could play for a chance at a win, but I would have a safe draw, and the draw is really good enough at this stage of the season, so should put us both in a good spot to get into those top pots for the next phase of the competition, which is what matters. Oh, Dancel never fails. Dancel would have succeeded for sure. I need to schedule my next Zedifar game. Dance still never fails anything. There's the POW. Oh, don't die. Didn't die. That's the important part. Okay. They can still foul it, and they probably will, but at least not dead for now. Gets down power flint. Removes power flint, that's fine. Not a lot of elves left on the pitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elves on the pitch. Not fouling. I would have fouled. I would have fouled that. I would have fouled that 100%. Stop it. Stop failing every dodge when I'm trying to take my war dancer. Make sure that's out of everyone's range. Deary me, there's a lot of fail dodges in this game. I was a 3+ to be fair, but still. Would have loved to get a random Kaz on English breaks fast. Because obviously now we've taken Sneaky Git, we need to save up to make it Dirty Player. But I say that, they're probably getting punched by Morg this turn, so I might not be saving up for anything. Although Morg can still 3 dice down here. You just bring that in there. Cancel that one. Is that a rush? No, so yeah, Morg could still 3 dice down here. No, Rebel is decidedly not Resurrection, so that's why we're playing quite cautiously here, like accepting the draw and just like keeping pieces safe. Hang on, what's Torquemada? Don't give people advice against vampires. I'm playing vampires this weekend. Don't give people advice against them. Wait, Mr. Bopnot's specifically asking for advice against me. Hey, Mr. Bopnot. Good morning, Tree. If you were to play Necro against vampires at a tournament for the sake of argument tomorrow, what will your top tips be? So, don't listen to Torquemada's tips. Torquemada doesn't know anything about vampires. The correct way to play against vampires is just don't focus on picking the ball up, right? Like, move all of your players away from the ball, and then, that way, the vampires can't hypnotise your cage. 4D chess. Just move away from the ball. As far as you can away from the ball. It's the only safe place. Exactly. Exactly. The vamp's going to take the ball anyway, so you might as well just save yourself the heartache and not do it. We're going to threaten this ball one time for turn 16. Let's try. Let's try to threaten the ball. Don't know if I'll actually manage it, but we'll try. And if nothing else, we'll punch a goblin. Absolutely impossible to be out of range of Morg. That's sad. Oh, Chai, welcome to the team. Go occupy that rat ogre for us. I mean, this is not a good threat on the board because they can just blitz it with Rackle, but or with Morg, whichever they prefer. Morning, Electric Man. Could we just stop giving Mr. Bobnut advice on how to beat me tomorrow? Once again, I am forced to come to the realization that here I was thinking that Linen was the bad guy, or Phage is the bad guy, or Underworld's the bad guy. Maybe the bad guy is just Chat. Chat. Targeting me deliberately, trying to ruin my day tomorrow. Chat. The evil force in the world. Gods' tournament. Greedy Goblet tomorrow. Torquemada. In Detling, I think. I'm getting picked up by a friend from the local league at 7 a.m. tomorrow to get there. I am not looking forward to the alarm call. And it's a 4-game tournament as well. So a 7-8... to be fair, I have been an idiot because it's a 4-game tournament with a 7 a.m. alarm call, and I have willingly chosen, like no one made me, I've willingly chosen to play vampires. So 4 games in a day with no sleep, and I've chosen to do the team that is going to make my brain hurt the most. I have self-sabotaged. Am I okay? Possibly not. 6 in one day is better. Bubble Knight, you have a problem. You have a problem. Why not be the night before? Raven, this comes back to our old friend Tree not having infinite money. I've raised this conversation topic before. It remains true. I don't have infinite cash. If I had infinite cash, I probably would have gone and stayed in a nice hotel the night before. But I am very far from having infinite cash, so that was not an option for me. Instant snake. I was going to base the cage there and then do the leap for 1 dice, because at least that way we have the scatter that can go out. So yeah, was going for the sack still at the end there. Dodge that there, and then hit from underneath. But ending on a snake feels fitting for this game, because this was a game of snakes and failed dodges. On both sides, definitely not just me. Like, Lordy failed a ton of dodges on his goblins, so... yeah, that was a fun game, despite the failures on both sides. Fun to play Lordy, who is having a great season on the Underworld. Stays unbeaten, as do we. Nice MVP for Lordy as well. We might play again, because if we can both finish in the top 6 positions, which I think we're in with a good shout of now, then the top 6 plus 2 more from lower down get put into groups of 4, who then have 2 playoff tickets. So those are the groups you want to land in. You can land in them by finishing lower down, but it's much more like random chance. If you finish in the top 6, you're guaranteed to land in one of those 4-team 2-ticket groups. So that is why we are so keen for it. Let's message Lordy. Let's I think they've just validated. No, they haven't, because that's still showing there. And yeah, the tree's going to be missed next game. So the next game is going to be interesting. We're going to be down our tree next game. We'll have to see how that shakes out. We've got a Dark Elf cosmetic. And yeah, I'm hoping that we'll get a confirmation so we can look at the team to wrap up the YouTube video, but we might not. Okay, yeah, been validated. So yeah, this is where we are. Moody is a dead elf because AV7 plus is not the one. We are currently only on 11 players and no tree for next game, but we have got loads of cash, so if we want to buy some more, we will. We'll just wait and see who we're playing first because there's no reason not to. We got 2 SVP on GFI Entity, but not quite enough to get the dodge skill we want here, so they're going to keep holding tight. These two are basically saving for... Well, they have been saving for stats. I wouldn't hate just giving them both sidestep, but both of them have got a way to save even for that now, so yeah. Saving for a while on those. So nothing to do on the roster. Lordy, thanks for the game. Really fun game. Game spoiled only by some people in chat trying to say that Wood Elves were the bad guys and that I'm the baddie somehow. So like, now that you're here, Lordy, I'm sure you will agree. None of that's true. Everyone loves Wood Elves. And obviously, like, Underworld are the bad guys. Like, everyone agrees. Without question. But yeah, I was saying, like, it felt like a game where, like, both of us failed quite a lot. Like some games, like, both teams succeed a lot. Some games, one team fails, the other team succeeds. That game just felt like we both failed quite a lot. Because, like, your dodges felt really, really bad. Like, I felt like you were failing loads of dodges. And obviously you snaked after getting the ball on my drive. And you rolled a few ones on your rat ogre. But then, like, we had a few snakes. And, like, the hits on the ball carrier weren't good. We had quite a lot of hits on the ball carrier that didn't knock it down. So, yeah, it felt like a lot of failures on both sides to me. Yeah, the ball carrier blitzes. But then I also made like a super stupid mistake, right? Like, because on your drive on the first one, when I finally did get it down, if I'd done one more rush, you couldn't hit me with a rat ogre. And I just for some reason thought I was already safe, and I wasn't. Like, I just literally like did not see my screen correctly. So like one more rush would cover that. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to wrap this up as a YouTube video quickly. So yeah, if you are watching that on YouTube, for now, I think we are like second on tiebreakers to Lordy. So Lordy holds on to top spot, but we hold on to second. We're quite early in the round, I guess. So we've still got a few games to be played. But out of these teams, Noctifer can pull the level, and I think there's a good chance my last game of the Swiss will be against Noctifer, because I haven't played Noctifer yet, and I think Lordy has. So very possibly Chaos Renegades next. But Coke Guy, Derby, Yasmir, Brutal Matt, none of those can overtake. So yeah, we haven't locked in our top 6 spot, but we have definitely, like, I think the draw has edged us towards it. I keep saying it, top 6 guarantees is one of the pots we want to be into, so top 6 is what we're aiming for. So I don't hate the draw this round, I think it's okay. But yeah, oh, Lordy hasn't played Noctifer either. Oh wow, so alright, almost certainly one of us is going to play Noctifer next round. And yeah, I'm not keen to play this team either, because good coach playing Chaos Renegades who can do some damage, like a lot of reliable big guys here with block. Very nice Dark Elf with Edge 1+. Yeah, good coach who had a rough season last season. And I would, yeah. I think I've played them in both the last season. They've both been draws, but they've both been really painful draws, like lots of murder. So yeah. Could be us next. Could be Lordy against Noctifer next. Oh, I've just seen the time. I have another game I need to go on to. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching, and do hit that like and subscribe. I better message my opponent from UKBBL who has been waiting patiently. Shoot.